position is a jazz ballad style. So C major 7th is the 1, 3, 5 plus the natural 7. Then the second chord, amazing, is A minor 9th, which, by the way, contains the same 4 notes as C major 7th. So all you have to do is change the bass note to A and leave the rest of the chord the same. Then, how sweet, we're going to go to F major 7th. So F bass note, and major 7th would be F, which we have in the left hand, the skip up and the skip up to make the F chord, major 7th, and if we want to get really fancy, we can make it a major 9th. How sweet the sound, back to C major 7th, and I'm playing these chords all in root position. So I'll show you in a minute how to change that. C major 7th, that's saved up. Walk the bass down to A, keep the right hand the same. A minor 9th, so like D minor 9th. In root position, that's D, F, A, C, E. Like me. And here comes the trickiest chord of all. Hopefully the camera's getting all this. G13, and that's a G bass note. I'll show you in root position first. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. That looks like a lot of notes. So what generally happens when you have a 13 chord is you choose the 3 most important notes to play, which is the 7, the 3, and the 13. And it's usually done in this voicing with a 7 on the bottom, the 3 in the middle, and the 13, also known as the 6th, an octave higher, on top. So here's your G13 chord. Let's try that again from C major 7th, that's saved up, A minor 9th, so like D minor 9th, G13, yeah, I, E minor 7th, once was C major 7th, lost F major 7th, but now, and I'm playing the F in the bass, the left hand, rather than the right hand, because I need all those other fingers to play the rest of the chord. But now am found, A minor 9th, I'm keeping the right hand notes the same, walking the bass down to A. Was blind, but E minor 7th. Now, it's just a little tricky, stepping up to F major 7th, I, D flat major 7th. This is a substitution chord. Instead of C, we're going to go up half a step from C and add its major 7th. So this is called D flat with its major 7th added, and we have the D flat bass note. I see. Then we go back to C major 9, which is 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Here's just a little bit more about voicing chords in the jazz ballad style. So C major 7th, 1, 3, 5, 7. Put the 5 and the 7 below the 1 and the 3. So there's your C major 7th chord. Your A minor 9th, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. You're going to put your A in the bass. And then here, I'll move these fingers up. A in the bass, and you're going to put these 2 top notes below. So you're going to put your G and your B below. Okay, F major 7th, building it from the bottom. Let's see, you're going to put these 2 on the bottom. So the C and the E will be below. I'll put it an octave higher so you can see it better. 1, 3, 5, 7. Put the 5 and the 7 below the 1 and the 3 again, just like we did with the C major 7th chord. For the D minor 9th, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. The 1 is going to be in the left hand bass, so then it leaves us with the 3, 5, 7, 9 of the D minor chord. And again, we just take the top 2 notes and put them below the 3 and the 5. So that chord is made out of 7, 9, 3, 5 of the D. Excellent. And for the G13, if we built that from the bottom to the top. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. So what we're going to do is take the G note and put that in the bass. But before I move my finger, I'll leave it pressed down. And then we're going to take away everything except the 7 and the 3 and the 13. 7, 3, oh, and the 13. And then we're going to voice that with the 7 on the bottom. So here, so basically we need the F, the B, and the E. And we need the F on the bottom, G bass, the 7th on the bottom, which is F, the 3 of the G chord in the middle, and the 13, also known as the 6th, an octave higher, and on the top. And that's a classic voicing of the G13 chord. And then finally the E minor 7th chord. 1, 3, 5, 7. And just like the other 7 chords, we're going to take the top 2 notes and put them below the other 2 notes. So we're going to take the B and the D and put them down there. I call this the fork shape. It kind of reminds me of a fork. It has seconds in the middle, keys right next to each other, and skips on the outside. So it gives you this feeling of squishiness and yet openness at the same time. So there's our E minor 7th with the E in the bass. And I believe the only other chord we haven't made yet from scratch is the D flat major 7th. So building that from scratch, we've got 1, 3, 5, major 7th. And just like with the C major 7th, we can take the 5 and the 7 and put them below. So that A flat and the C will go below the D flat and the F. Whew! And then we end on the C major 9th. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And with that, what we're going to do is take the C and put it in the bass, so our right hand doesn't have to play it. And what's left, we take the top 2 notes, the B and the D, and we put them below. So now the voicing of the C major 9th chord is, we have the C in the bass, the major 7th, the 9 next to the 3, and then the 5 on top. So that's a little more in-depth about how to voice 4-note jazz chords. Have fun!